What's going on, Ratsénhaienhs Ross Montour, Ratsénhaienhs, here to greet you again for a Chiefs Uncut. It's been a while since I was here last, and I just wanted to talk about 2 or 3 things that I've been involved with over the last few weeks. On the 20th of September, the Grand Chief and I traveled to Ottawa for a discussions on a bill, Bill C-33, which is moving through the legislative process, had been moving through actually since June of 2023, to give Section 35 recognition to a group which is referred to itself as the Métis Nation of Ontario. And this is signaled very assertively by the Algonquin and Anishinaabe peoples in Ontario. The chiefs of Ontario contacted our organizations, various organizations, Indigenous, and I'm going to be careful about even the word Indigenous because now it's being applied by the government to everybody. It seems like every person who wants to claim to some 8th generation ancestor is sort of being included as Indigenous. So we're talking about First Nations. Rights are going to be impacted in Ontario, and potentially as this kind of moves through courts and so on, maybe across the board. So the concern was to stop Bill C-33 from happening. Actually, it's Bill C-53. Forgive me for that. Because it never took into account consultation with First Nations. In fact, people were accused of being somewhat, I don't want to say racist, but in that sort of connotation for even raising the concern about the Métis, so-called Métis Nation of Ontario. There really isn't. There's been only one case called the Polly case near Sault Ste. Marie that went through the courts. And they were recognized as having a community, a specific historic community of Métis people. But that doesn't extend over to the rights of First Nations territories. Okay, but we went there, and it was a well-attended event on the Hill, a protest on there with members from the Anishinaabe Nation, Association of Iroquois and Allied Indians, just various representatives from around Ontario. We were there also to offer support. The other thing I wanted to mention was that the Grand Chief and I will be traveling on the 11th to the 13th to Calgary, Alberta for a summit for the Jay Treaty Border Alliance. And it's being hosted by the Blackfoot Confederacy. So we will be there and attending there. And in fact, the Blackfoot Confederacy sent a representative to the Iroquois Caucus meeting this summer held in Kahnawake. And there was a formal invitation there. So they are hosting the next summit of the Jay Treaty Border Alliance. They want to be a part of it. And they also want to come into some kind of an agreement. At the time, they talked about having a treaty with us. We don't feel that's appropriate, but with the Iroquois Caucus, that's what they want to, who they want to align with. But they also have a very much an interest of working with the Jay Treaty Border Alliance, and that's going to be a big part of the meeting taking place in Calgary, because the Blackfoot Confederacy, similar to the Mohawks, it is cross-border, and many other First Nations as well. So we're looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a very fruitful gathering in Calgary, and we'll report back to the community at that time. So with that, I'd like to say Anyawagoa to you for your time to take into account and listen to my words. And I hope everybody's well. Take care. I mean, apparently there's another round of COVID coming. I recently had it. So take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, take care of your elders. Anyawagoa, Duna Onagawahi.